Black Friday sales in full effect. If you want your brand, your business, or your song promoted, hit me up right now to find out how you can get it done for just $49. The email is ogod@hiphopun.com. That's ogod@hiphopun.com.
Talk about your boy Kanye, man, because as Christmas was ending, man, it was a bombshell that came out from Kanye West. Now he wrote it in native Arabic, I'm assuming, right? The
Uh,
dialogue.
it may have been, I think,
Okay,
Hebrew. I don't know. It was
Hebrew.
one of
Yeah,
them
I'm not
shits.
sure
We'll
either,
find
honestly.
out.
But
Yeah.
a lot of people were paraphrasing, saying it was an apology. Somebody translated it from Hebrew to English, so I'm gonna read it. Oh God, and I'm gonna get your thoughts, man.
Right.
All right, so Kanye wrote, "I sincerely apologize to the Jewish community for any quote unquote unintended outburst caused by my words or actions. It was not my intention to hurt or demean, and I deeply regret any pain I may have caused. I am committed to starting with myself and learning from this experience to ensure greater sensitivity and understanding in the future. Your forgiveness is important to me, and I am committed to making amends and promoting unity."
Mm.
Kanye's words. What is your thoughts on that, man?
Man, I just think that he's no different than any other person that apologized at this point. I feel like I don't know if the pressure got too much for him, but I would thought if he would apologize, it'd have been last year. 'Cause I thought last year was really getting heavy on him. But maybe it's that residual effect. It's been a year and some change now. Maybe it's beginning to be too much on Kanye. But my question would be, what are you apologizing for? Because I remember vividly he was saying that he would go DEFCON 3. That's the thing that he said. And then when we looked up to DEFCON 3, we was like, whoa, like, why are these people really offended by that? And then we seen after that, he started losing endorsement deals left and right. People started saying he was crazy, this, that, and the third. And now he's actually apologizing. This is the exercise of power that we always talk about, on this program is that, certain groups of people have that power that will damn sure make you apologize. And that's just going to be the start of it.
Yeah.
We've seen, Nick Cannon, I think Deshaun Jackson. We can go down the list, and people probably it's slipping my mind some of the people that have been,
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, right, that have been caught up in this, and that's the first thing they tell you to do: apologize, come sit with us, come be indoctrinated by what we think, and then I want you to give to some charities, some Jewish charities. I want you to really, think about the harm that you cause in our community, and you know. And my thing will be if you did inflict harm and pain for real, yeah, that would be I won't have no problem with that. But if you just had your opinion and it differed from someone else's opinion, what the hell are you apologizing for? And that's what I think that I think for him apologizing, that's what he's doing right now. My thing is I'm a rock with a man that's gonna stand on his truth. You look at members of the Nation of Islam, and not to always put them on a pedestal, but them guys just gonna stand on their truth. They're gonna say what they say, and they gonna stand in it. You look at guys like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Khalid Abdul Muhammad. We can go all the way down the list. Marcus Garvey, all these different people, Fred Hampton, that just said it and stood on their word. Whether they got killed for it, whether they got castrated, whether they got humiliated, they just stood on their word. And I never put Kanye in that category, but I was like, well, damn, he's saying he got some truth. Like he's talking about, the exploitation of the music industry, and he's talking about how all these different executives are Jewish and they wholesale promote and allow the artists to disrespect black women, to disrespect black people, to talk about killing black people, killing black children. They don't care about that. They don't give a damn. They fund it. But then when somebody calls a Jewish woman the B word, then it's all hell breaks loose. See, those are things that you got to stand your ground on, in my opinion. Unfortunately, Kanye didn't, and I don't know if this is some strategic chess move by him, but at the end of the day, man, I think I would just say that you just like the rest of them, dog. At this point,
Yeah, man, and to kind of extend on what you ended with, and it was
right?
dope. Put that dope very well, man. My whole thing with Kanye, man. People last week, 2 weeks ago, were calling his brother Tupac, right? And Tupac died at the age of what, 25?
24, 25, yep.
24, 25. So, in all fairness, we don't know what Tupac would have evolved to be. We were watching a young man who was rebellious, who was passionate, who stood on his ground and his moral, do things and act out as a 24, 25-year-old man would. We don't know where Tupac's mind would have been at 40. We don't know where his mind would have been at 30 as he grew and as he evolved as a man. We don't know, right?
Right.
So in all fairness to Kanye, it would be unfair to even make that comparison when it comes to where they're at in age. But one thing we gave Kanye credit for was his consistency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Last week, 2 weeks ago, he's always been this way. He's always been and stood on his ground and did what he believed in. When he does this type of stuff, this is the type of stuff that makes me go, okay, when you start talking about meds and other things when it comes to Kanye, this kind of comes in. Because this is weird.
Yeah,
and
it is.
here's why. I'm not saying if he talked about harming any human being, I don't care what religious, creed, color, whatever,
Right.
harming any human being, exterminating any human being,
Right,
I'm
right.
against it.
Yeah.
I'm against it wholeheartedly. I'm not talking about physically harming, hurting, or anything like that. But when you talk about going against the establishment, and you talk about going against, like you just alluded to, the music industry, Hollywood, things that are right in our face, taking and stripping and destroying the very people that feed it. And a lot of those people happen to be people that look just like us. Yeah. We have a problem with that. Mm-hmm. And you own it. And you can sit back and I snapshotted something from Stop Anti-Semitism on Twitter. They got hundreds of thousands of followers, right? They said, we are not sure what to make of this apology by Kanye West, and here's why. Why is it in Hebrew? Why will he, be deleting the vulgar lyrics referring to having sex with a Jewish woman? That's their words. Has he committed to any mental health programs to prevent further anti-Semitic outbursts to his millions of followers?
Yep.
And here's my thing.
Yep.
You also alluded to this. But it's okay for us to talk about killing one another. It's okay for us to be destroying our women. It's okay for us to be promoting drug use and murder amongst our community. And not only do you stay quiet on it, but you fund it and profit off of it.
Ooh.
But it's okay to do that. So we're not talking about stop it for all humans. We're just talking about stopping it for you.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem for me. So when I see an apology from a Kanye West, somebody that's being looked at like Tupac out here, just randomly throw this apology in Arabic, it's like, okay, one can ask if it's a strategic move. Maybe it is. Okay, we'll give Kanye that little speck of benefit of the doubt.
Right.
But in my thing, I'm like, yo, come on, man.
Right.
What are we doing here? And what's really going on?
Right.
You've lost everything already.
Right.
Are you trying to gain it back? Because now, the next couple of Kanye conversations, I think, are going to be public lynching and public lashings, and now he's going to get his beating in public, get stooped down and demeaned like them other ones did, and then we're just going to see a broken puppy in Kanye West, and he's just going to get back to good
Crawl
music,
back
the
on your
backpack
knees,
rapper. And I don't want to see that, man. That just, man. And I've never lost billions of dollars. I've never lost millions. I've definitely lost some thousands.
Yeah.
And that shit hurt me. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine what billions and billions feels like. So I'm not in that man's shoes. It just, from the outside looking in, it's just, today was kind of like, and it, never to put any expectation on him, like you said. He's another man at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's like, dog, come on.
I think, I don't even think, like, honestly, like, again, I never lost billions either, but I don't think the money really matters like that in the sense to where, in my shoes, because at the end of the day, you Kanye West, you're gonna be able to, to make money, for the rest of your life, dog. Whether you're doing appearances, you can go sit somewhere and probably make $10,000-$20,000, and not say a word.
Word.
You know what I mean? So, I think you put it great though when you talked about that. Like, see, if the Jewish people were like, yeah, we want to shut this hip hop thing down. You know what I mean? It's degrading, black women, black men, and our people. Let's work together on it. They ain't saying that though.
Nope.
They saying, look, we worried about ours. And in a way, I can't really be mad at them. Because it's going to be incumbent upon us.
Word.
And what they're going to say is, you guys talk about that. You talk about yourself like that. Yep. You the artist, go and do it. So that's all they're going to say.
Yep.
So we got to stand up.
Talk about it.
And say, yo, nah, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable in our community. We can't have, like, $1 million worth of game, have Sexy Red on there and blowing her up. You know what I mean? And people like that and kissing her ass and shit like that. Nah. If you're going to have them on, you're going to have to ask them these tough questions. Like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? If you're going to have them on your platform. But to have them going on the platform and shit like that and, kissing their ass and making them think they doing is good. What they doing is good. Nah, I think we got to speak out about that. But, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take us standing up saying enough is enough. This shit is not just entertainment anymore. It's destroying us.
Yeah.
Until we get there, you can't expect anybody. If you treat yourself like an animal and you talk about yourself like an animal and a dog, bitches, whores, sluts, nobody else is going to respect you. So at the end of the day, if you don't respect yourself, nobody else is going to respect you. We got to start having self-respect and get rid of that self-hate. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's what I'll leave it on.
Mic drop.